Yeah.
Good morning. It's Friday. It's Pilates Stretch Day, and I'm just turning everything on. It's a nice sunny day out there, quite mild too. It was a beautiful walk. All right. I'm just gonna have a sip of my coffee. All right. So, welcome to the weekend. All right. So, we're going to focus on rib cage up off your hip bones, core engaged. All right. Shoulders are up and back. So just palms are forward and your shoulders, that's where they should be. That's home for them. All right. So that being said, let's go. 3 big arm circles all the way up and around. And the other way. What else are you focusing on is lengthening your body. Okay. And the other arm. So lengthening your arm, keeping it nice and straight.
How much money
And
he'll
the other
get.
way. One, two, and three. All right. And let's put those arms out nice and wide. And again, relax those shoulders down, rib cage up, belly in. Nice big deep breath out, reaching from wall to wall. Let's come across for one. Squeeze in the back, two, three, and four. And the other side, one. We're waking everything up. Two, three, and four. And reaching. Let's pulse it forward for six, five, four, three, two, and one. Palms are backwards. One, two. Okay, I want you to feel what's working back there. Five, six, and palms are up. One, push it up. Two, reach for wall to wall. And down, push it down. Rib cage up, belly in. Awesome. 6 circles. Six, five, four, three, two, and one. The other way. Two, three, four, five, and six. And bring them up to the sky. Nice big deep breath in and out. All right. Slowly getting bigger, pushing that rib cage out. Nice big deep breath in all the way to your belly and then back out. All right, push that rib cage, stretch that rib cage, and then all the way back up to the sky. Nice big deep breath in and 6 full body squats coming down those side walls, booty back. Big breath up and out. Waking up those lungs. Fill them up. Stretch that diaphragm. Squeeze those glutes. Two more. One more. All right. Good job. All right. Hip circles. One, two, three, and the other way. Three, two, and one. Other leg. And the other way. Three, two, and one. And we're going to do the Barbie walk up on your toes. Walk down that runway. Turn it around, walk back and backwards. And coming back to center and hold it down on one, up on two, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It's those calves. Squeeze and down. All right, let's roll those ankles. Rolling, 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 other way. And on the outside of that foot. And on the inside. It does feel good. Up on those toes, pushing that arch forward. Roll across those toes. And foot comes down, and let's squeeze that carpet in between those toes, pulling that arch up. Pull it up, keep it up, wiggle those toes, and release. Give it a little shake. All right, let's do the other foot. And the other way. And on the outside. I don't know why I have my phone in my pocket. And on the inside. Up on those toes. Push the arch forward, scrunch across. And give a little shake. All right, and we're going to balance. So standing up nice and tall, palms are forward, relax, rib cage up, belly in, tilt that pelvis a tiny little bit. All right, and bring up that right foot. Try to keep it hip width apart. That's why we tilt that pelvis a bit. Roll in your wrists and your ankle. And point and flex, point and flex, wave and shake it. And let's do the other side. And we're rolling. Point, flex, point, flex. Come on, get that big toe into that mat, balance, waving. Shake it. And we're down. All right, kind of jump it all out. Come on, jump it up. Awesome. All right, the one thing we did not do was that neck. So let's just turn that neck to the right. Bring it slowly all the way over to the other side. Come back to center. Let's do 3 circles one way, big circles with your nose, and the other way. Okay. All right. We did our small arms. Let's do our legs here. All right. So we're going to have your feet probably about shoulder width apart. Open up those toes. Rib cage up. We're just going to go slowly down into sumo squat, or like I said, horse. All right, like you're riding a horse. Coming all the way down. Let's put those elbows on those knees. All right, open up those legs. Sway it side to side that tiny little bit. And slowly, we're going to be coming all the way back up. Tilt that pelvis. Coming all the way up. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. And let's come back down again. Open up those legs with those legs, those elbows, and sway it. Let's put those hands down on the mat. All right. Wiggle those feet out nice and wide. And let's go into stir ragdoll. Just hang here. Oof. Let's take that right arm up to the sky. Take a look. I see blue sky up there. And switch arms all the way up. And back down. We're going over to the right foot. All right, now let's keep our feet straight. All right, we're in side lunge here. Stretching out that inner leg. And let's slide across to the other side. Try to keep that outer foot flat on the floor. Slide across again. And slide across again. All right, and let's go back to center. Open up those toes. We're going back into horse. Elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Okay, open up that chest. Bring your hands to prayer. Tilt that pelvis. We're going to come all the way up. Awesome. All right, we're going to do side lunge crunch. Nope, we're going to do step 1, 2 first. Okay, so starting with that right foot, right, left kick, right, left extend, and you know the drill. Swing those arms. Nice and controlled. Your head's being pulled up to the sky, so you're nice and tall. Nice controlled breathing. One more. And let's switch legs. Left, right, kick, left, right, extend. I was thinking when I go down to Barbados, I'll do a Zoom call, a Zoom workout on the beach. Maybe. I'll try it. See if it works. It will be on my phone. But maybe Mary Vaughn can hold the phone for me. All right, nice. Okay, side lunge crunch. So standing up nice and tall. Let's go over to the side lunge. All right, we've stretched it out so we don't have to stay here long. Knee to elbow for 8, 7, keep that rib cage up. 6, booty back. 4, your chest is open. 3, 2, and 1. And let's do the other side. Stay here for a second. It's all warmed up. 1, 2, 3, belly in. 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're doing 8. And 8. Okay. And let's do squat extend. We're going to go up. So feet about hip, hip width apart. Okay. Belly up. Rib cage up, belly in. Shoulders are open. Let's go booty back. And then let's go to the right. Extend to the left. Keep that rib cage up off the hip bones the whole time. Come on, we got to train those rib cage to stay up there. You don't want weight on that engine. Four more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's stand at the end of your mat. All right, I can change this. I'm going to have a sip of coffee first. It was good coffee today. It is every day. All right, let's reach high up to the sky. Nice big deep breath in. And let's bring those arms down those side walls. Breathing out. Coming down to ragdoll. Nice big deep breath in and out. Let those arms just hang. Feel the stretch all the way up the back of your legs, your glute. All right. Soft bend in those knees. We're going to roll up the center spine. Make sure your weight is distributed evenly over both feet. Pump it up a little nice and slowly, finding that lowest vertebrae, and then roll all the way up. Come on, belly in. You got to hit every vertebrae. Roll those shoulders back up to the sky and back down. Now remember, every movement, we're reaching. We're breathing in and out. Soft bend in the knees. Right, left arm, longer than your right. Weight distributed. Pump it. Find that lowest vertebrae on the right side. We're going up the right side of the spine. And you start whenever you want to. Nice and slowly. Feel those vertebrae all the way up. Roll those shoulders up, reaching and all the way back down. All right, right arm longer than the left, going up the left side. You have to, this is my side that I have a hard time getting as low as I can on the right. And it's this side. Okay, here we go. I'm just feeling my body as I'm working this side. Up to the sky and back down. Walk those hands out to plank. Downward dog. That's it. All right, I'm pumping those feet, those heels. Awesome. Nice big stretch in the back of the legs again. Let's push away from those hands. Get up there on those knuckle pads. All right, push your chest towards those knees. So your shoulders are activated. Your belly's being pulled up to the sky. And then let's just sway side to side nice and slowly. And we're stretching. I feel the stretch right from my baby finger all the way to my hip. That's a huge side stretch, so be careful. Nice and slow. All right. Let's bring that right leg up high behind you. 3 kicks. And bend that knee. And let's look underneath your right shoulder. Still push your chest towards that back wall. And reach that knee to the back wall. Straighten that leg out. We're going to come into our chest for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way through to your right thumb. We're in low lunge. And we're going to bring that right arm all the way up to the sky. Bring it down. We're going to switch. So high plank, push those shoulders back, bring the other leg up. That gravity just works, sinking into the mat, and bring that left arm all the way up again. And again, this is a big stretch, so take your time. Change it up again. Bring that right leg back up, belly to your back. And right arm all the way up to the sky. Okay, we're going up to high lunge. So bring those hands in front of that right foot. Okay, palms are being magnetized. Power up to high lunge. Your belly being pulled into your back. So you're not arching. Reach for the sky. Up and down for 6, 5. Big toe grounded into that floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay up in high lunge. Let's cactus those arms out, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Bring those hands together up to the sky again, and we're going to cactus out again. Hands come up. And we're going to bring those hands down those side walls. Bring them down to the inside of that right foot. Drop that left leg. We're going into lizard. So let's bring that right leg out to the edge of the mat. Open it up with your putting a little pressure on that knee, right? And then put your hand on the outside of that knee. Push the knee to palm. Bring it in and back out. Knee to palm, push it in, resist. Awesome. Okay, let's leave it out on the edge of your foot, going down into lizard, going down on my forearms. And breathe. All right, let's bend that left leg. Oh, that's a big quad stretch for me today. And if you want to, reach back and hang on to that foot. Release, and let's bring this right foot into the center. Heel on the mat, your toes up to the ceiling. And we're going to want to make sure that our hip is over top of the knee. The right leg is, the knees underneath your shoulder. You're going to push your booty back. Push your booty back. That's the stretch there. And then bring your chest down. Extend that left arm down the mat. As you're here, take a look back and make sure that left leg is all in line. Awesome stuff. All right, let's bring that foot down to the mat. We're going into high plank. So bring that right leg back. Push those shoulders back into their sockets, belly to the back. Come on, be proud. And we're going to hold. In plank. Breathe in and out. All right, drop those knees down to the mat. We're going down to chaturanga. Down to the mat. Let's push our chest up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, relaxing those hips into the mat. A nice little wiggle. Down again. Push the chest up. Then squeeze those shoulder blades. And back down. And we're going back up to high plank. To downward dog. Push away from those hands. We're going to do the same thing to the other side now. So chest being pushed into those knees. Your ears are at your bicep. Belly being pulled up to the sky. And then sway it side to side as you're breathing into your belly and back out. Nice controlled breathing. Let's take that left leg up. Nice and high. 3 kicks. Bend that leg. Chest being pushed to that back wall. Knees reaching for that back wall. And straighten that leg out and bring it into your chest for 4. 3, 2, and 1. And bringing it all the way through to that left thumb, low lunge. And let's take that right arm up to the sky. Switch legs. High plank. Right leg up. Left arm up. And switch again. And we're going up to high lunge now. right? So bring those hands in front, magnetize those palms, pushing those shoulders back, power up and down. 6, 5, 4, reach for the sky. 3, 2, and 1. High lunge. Cactus it out for 2. Coming all the way down those side walls this time. Coming down to the inside of that left foot. Drop that right leg. Wiggle this foot out to the edge. And we're going back into lizard. Oh no, we're not. We're going to open and close this knee. Open and close. Palm on the outside of that knee. Push the knee to palm and bring it in and out. Now we're going down to lizard. You're still on the edge of that outer foot, right? And you're just going to breathe. Let's bend that right leg. If you want, reach back. Don't pull. Nothing should hurt. It's a stretch, right? Release that foot. Bring the left foot up into the center of the mat. Heel down, toe up. Okay, let's make sure that right hip is over top of that right knee. Push your booty back. Extend that right arm. And bring your chest down. Great. All right. Let's go up to plank. High plank. And we're going to plank twist to the right. Opening up that chest. Plank twist to the left. To downward dog. And let's walk those hands all the way down to your feet. Roll the neck around. And the other way. Soften in those knees. Spaghetti arms. Rolling up that spine. And from there, let's go right into snowbirds. All right, down on your knees. Let's extend that right leg out from your hip. Rib cage is up, right? That leg is coming out directly from the side of your body, not in front or not in back. Extend those arms out and relax those shoulders down. All right, rib cage is up, core is engaged, shoulders are out and down. Reaching from wall to wall, let's dip it down and then up a centimeter and come across to your nose and back for 6, 5. Keep that belly pulled into your back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And wing dips, touch down. We're going to stay up here. Okay, reach up, look up to the sky, reach down that leg. Nice big deep breath in and out. And 6 wing dips. 1, 2. The further you reach away from your body, the harder it's going to be, the stretch. 3. You can reach right down to the side. That's good too. And 1. And let's bring that left hand down to the mat, right hand on your hip, and bring that leg up off the mat, and your toe is pointing down. All right, legs getting heavy. Bring it up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toe tap in the front, heel tap in the back of the mat. Close the hip, open the hip, and breathe. All right, let's extend both arm and leg, and we're crunching knee to elbow for 8, 7. Come on, bring that belly to your back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's come all the way up to the other side. Lengthen. Rib cage up, belly in. Touchdown. Up a centimeter, and we're swiping. Keep that core engaged. 5 and 6, and wing dips, touchdown, all the way up. Stay here, reach for the sky. And 6, 5. Keep the rib cage up and belly in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring that hand down. All right, leg is up, toes down. And let's bring it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toe tap, heel tap. Close it, open. And let's lengthen those limbs for the crunch. In and out. 2, 3, 4. You're lengthening. Come on, extend and crunch. 2 and 1. All right. Going right into tabletop. All right. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, belly to your back. We're going to take that right arm and left leg up. And breathe for 5. And as you're breathing, just take a look at that leg that's down. Is that hip over top of that knee? I don't want it swaying out to the side or inside. It's right above that knee. Nice. Big breaths in and out, and lengthen those limbs. All right, let's slide those legs out to the side for 6, 5, 4, 3, belly to your back, 2, and 1. Bring that hand down. Rainbow taps all the way up and over. Take a look at that foot and back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's go right up to the other side. Left arm, right leg. Try to have that toe pointing down. Belly to your back. Lengthen those arm and leg. And breathe. All right, we're going to slide it out to the side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that hand back down and rainbow taps. Up and over. Follow with your eyes. 3, 2, and 1. And we're going right down into child's pose from here. Forehead down to the mat. Nice controlled breathing in and out. Let's walk those hands over to the right, left cheek off a left heel. 2 breaths. Big deep breath in and out. And bring those hands over to the other side. Right cheek off the right heel. And back to center. We're going to drag those hands down the mat as we're rolling up our spine all the way up to your knees. Bring those hands up your quads and roll those shoulders back. And we're going to do camel here. So I want you to bring your hands out in front. Bring those shoulders, push those shoulders back, right? Your rib cage is up and your belly's in, and your shoulders are being pushed back and down there in their sockets. Your head's being pulled up to the sky. We're going to take this right arm, swipe it all the way around to the back, and you're going to reach back to your heel or your foot and come back up for 4. 1. Nice and slowly. 2. 3. Keep that belly into your back. And 4. And let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going into the camel. So let's bring this right hand, and if you can, put it on your foot or on the mat. You can stay here and with one arm camel, or you can bring both back and do 2 arm. And I want you to push those hips forward. And then slowly 1 arm and the other arm coming all the way back. Roll those shoulders and roll them forward. And let's sit down on our mat with our legs extended out in front. All right. So we're sitting up nice and tall. Give those legs a nice little shakeroo. Okay, shoulders are back and down, relaxed. Okay, rib cage is up, and we're opening up those legs as far as they go. Get up there on those sit bones. All right, your toes are pointing up. You're sitting up nice and tall. Your head's being pulled up to the sky. This is hard. It's not an easy, just sitting here like this is work, right? You're sitting on both sit bones. Your head's being pulled up to the sky. Your belly's into your back. Let's bring those hands out in front again. I don't want you reaching. I want those shoulders pushed back and down, right? So relax those shoulders. try to keep your arms straight. Let's swipe this right hand all the way back behind, and then your left hand's pointing towards that right foot, and come down. We're going to do this slowly. Nice big easy breaths in and out. Another breath in and out. And another. Slowly come all the way up, and let's come all the way across to the other side. Okay, again, head's being pulled up to the sky. Those arms are straight. Reach for that other foot, and deep breaths in and out, nice and slowly. Try to keep those sit bones flat on the floor. With every breath out, you're sinking a little further down. And come all the way back up, and we're going to come across to the other side. Not so slow this time, with a nice big breath in. Okay, and we're going to breathe it out nice and slowly at the count of 8, coming all the way down. And come all the way back up and across to the other side, same thing. Nice big deep breath in. Lengthen those arms. And come all the way back up. And we're sitting in the center now. And let's walk those hands down the mat. Okay, as far as you can without hurting. Hold. And then let's just collapse down and breathe. And then coming back all the way back up. Let's wiggle those legs. Go on, shake them, shake them, shake them. We just did a lot of stretching there. All right, bring that right leg into the inside of your left leg. Sitting tall. You're still sitting on those sit bones. Look at this knee, how high it is. Come on. I know you can go down. So nice and slowly. Maybe not today. I don't think I can do it today. It hurts. So I'm not going to push it. Just breathe. It's going down on its own. See? I know it can because I've done it before. But don't push anything. Just let gravity work. Use your breath work. Awesome stuff. All right, bring that leg back. Give a nice little shakeroo and bring the other leg into the inside. Toes pointing up on that right leg, right? Sitting tall on your sit bones. Let this leg just drop. And put a little pressure. This one's much easier. That one with my right hip was tight. And once you want to, you can move around a bit, just stretching out that ligaments in that hip. There, look at that. All by itself. All right. And when you're done, open up that leg. Oh, sorry. Let's do 3 crazies with that leg there. All right. So take that right arm, swing it around. 1, take your time. 2, take a look at those fingertips. And 3, and let's just switch sides. 1, 2, and 3, And let's bring those legs out in front. Hands come up. Okay, biceps by your ears. Okay, reach for the sky. Nice big deep breath out. And we're going to do a nice forward fold. Let's walk those hands down the ceiling. Okay, we're going down the wall now. Start looking at your knees, reaching for the wall in front of you. Breathe out. Nice big deep breath in and out again. And collapse down on those legs, and let's just massage either your feet or your calves. And I still want nice controlled breath work here. All right, we're going to slowly come all the way back up. Roll those shoulders back. Let's bring those hands out in front. Push those shoulders back. And we're going to roll down our spine all the way down to the mat. Extend those hands behind your head. Reach from wall to wall. Belly to the mat. Reach. Come on, let's get taller. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. And let's bring those hands all the way down to your side. So a snow angel. I want you to try to keep those arms on the floor the whole time. Don't let them raise up. And chances are you won't be able to do that. But if you can, that's great. I am doing it. I can't believe I am doing that. And what are we doing now? We're going into T. Bring those knees up to your hips, above your hips. Knees above your hips, hands in T. Let's bring those knees over to the left and looking over to the right. Oh, crickety crack there. All right, bring that hand on top of those knees. And we're going to stay here for 2 big long breaths in and out. Bring those knees back up to center. And let's go to the other side. Keeping those knees above your hips, belly to the mat. Bring those all the way over to the other side. Try to keep those shoulders on the floor. Ooh, really feeling this side. And bring those knees back up to center. Feet down to the mat. Let's cross this right leg over your left knee. Open up that knee. Bring it to your belly button. And then bring your right palm onto that outside of the right knee. Push the knee into, on the inside. Push the knee into palm, your left hand on the inside of the right knee. Knee to palm and open up as you're opening, keeping that resistance. So your right knee is at your belly. Your left palm is on the inside of that right knee. Push the knee into your palm and open up. Sorry, I messed up there. All right, come on. Push. We're flossing. Knee. All right, and then let's reach behind the left knee. Line everything up. Your heels in line with that left knee. Your knees pulling towards your left shoulder. Pull and push out with that right elbow. And release. And let's go to the other side. Bring that left knee, foot over your right knee. Open up that knee. And then bring your knee into your belly button. Your right palm's on the inside of that left knee. Push the knee into that palm, not palm into the knee to palm, and open up. 1, 2, and 3. And then grab behind that right knee, line it up, pull that knee to your shoulder, and breathe. Pull and push. And bring that down, and let's bring those legs down to the mat with a nice little shakeroo, pushing the belly to the mat. All right, let's hug both knees. Roll side to side. And we're going to extend that right leg, hugging the left leg. Lengthen and hug. And switch. And switch. Really lengthen that straight leg. And bring those knees back down to the mat. Let's measure up, fingertips to heel. We're going to do a spinal roll up. All right, so let's pick up that blueberry with your cheeks. Okay, you got it. And we're going to roll up our spine vertebrae by vertebrae. So you already have that one on the mat. Try to go to the next one. Belly into the mat. Rolling all the way up. Coming high up into a bridge. All the way up. Let's bring our hands together underneath our bodies and get way up higher. Tuck those shoulders underneath. Push those hips up to the sky. You still have that blueberry there. All right, release those hands, and we're going to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down to the mat and release. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Pick that blueberry up. Okay. Push the back into the mat. Right, so you have the blueberry, squeezing it. Okay, and we're going to roll up that spine. Keep that blueberry all the way up. Let's tuck those shoulders underneath, clasp those hands together. Push those hips nice and high. Roll those hips underneath a little more. Release those arms, and we're rolling down. All the way down that spine. Come on, you gotta push that back into the mat and release your pelvis and blueberry. Okay. What's next on the agenda? Dead bug. All right, hands are up above your shoulders. Okay, palms are facing each other. They're about shoulder width apart. They're directly above your shoulders. Push those shoulders into the mat. Okay, push that belly into the mat. Got it? Everything is engaged, right? Shoulders are in. Belly is engaged. Bring those feet up off the mat, and your knees are directly above your hips. You should be feeling this. All right. Breathe. Push that belly into the mat. We're going to take this right arm and left leg and bring them down to the mat nice and slowly. I really want you to push that belly into the mat. Focus on your abs. You know the arms and legs know what they're doing. Push the belly into the mat. Concentrate. And breathe. 5 and 6. Let's do the other side. Keep those shoulders on the mat. Belly to the mat. Come on. 1, 2. Come on. Push the belly to the mat. Roll those hips towards your belly button if you can. 4, 5. Belly to the mat. And 6. All right, same side. Right arm, right leg. Shoulders are pushed to the mat. Come on, you might want to wiggle a little bit to push that belly to the mat again, keeping those knees above your hips. Same side, down and up. 1, 2. Come on, push the belly to the mat. Really important. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Other side. Belly, come on, let's get that whole spine pushed into the mat. Shoulders are there too. Other side. 1, 2. Whole spine into the mat. 3, 4. Your arms know and leg know what they're doing. Focus on that spine into the mat. And 6. Good job. All right, leave those arms up, shoulders into the mat, drop both knees, and come back up. 1, 2. Come on, you got to focus on that spine. 3, 4. Push that belly into the mat. Come on, that back's got to be flat on the back mat. 5 and 6. Both arms and legs drop. 1, 2, 3. Push the belly into the mat. 4. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling this. 5 and 6. Finally, we're done. Let's bring those arms and legs down. Reach from wall to wall. Nice big deep breath in and out. And let's roll over onto our backs, on stomachs, or Superman. All right. Looking straight down at the mat. Lengthen arms and legs. Belly to the mat back. And we're going to go up both arms and legs, counting for 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. 1, 2, 3. Reach from wall to wall, guys. Lengthen your whole body. Up. 2, 3, and down. 1 more up, and we're going to stay up. And let's bring those arms back, your elbows back to your body, and dive into the water. 1, and down. All right, let's bring those hands to your shoulders, pushing up into going into child's pose. All right, let's walk those arms over to the right. Left cheek off the left heel. Big deep breath in and out. And all the way over to the other side, same thing. And back to center. Drag those hands down the mat to your knees, up your quads, rolling those shoulders back. And let's sit cross-legged onto the mat. All right. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's take this left arm over the right leg, and your head's being pulled up to the sky. Turn around and breathe for 2. And come all the way across to the other side. Same thing. And come back to center. Soles of your feet together, bring them in. Let's open up those legs. And let's just do a couple knee taps, keeping both knees on the floor. Push that hip flexor up. And then sitting nice and tall. Let's take this right ear. Okay, we're gonna just do a quick little neck stretch. I think my neck is not good today. So let's take this, shoulders are relaxed and down. Your right ear over your right shoulder. Looking up. Feel the stretch a little higher in your neck. And looking down, feel it going across your trap. And come back to center. And let's do the other side. This is where I'm not doing so well. Okay. Looking up. Ooh, that's where it is. And looking down. And back to center. Let's take the right chin over to the right shoulder. Slowly come all the way across to the other side. And back down. All right, let's sit lengthwise on the mat and let's do 3 rock and rolls. 1, 2, we're going up to ragdoll. And 3. And let's just collapse here. Woo! That feels good. Nice big deep breath in and out. Let's give those legs a nice big hug. Oh, thank you, legs, for letting me curl and play hockey this week and work out and walk the dogs. Oh. All right, hands are spaghetti. Let's soften in those knees. And we're going to roll up that spine. One more time. And roll those shoulders back. And let's shake it out. High five. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you on Monday.